Formula One held its first ever launch event at the O2 Arena in London, where all 10 teams unveiled their liveries for the 2025 season. While the event itself received mixed reactions, it gave us a great look at the new cars and driver lineups. Today we're ranking the liveries from worst to best. Let's get into it. P10. Red Bull continues to follow its tried and tested approach. The same navy blue base with bold Red Bull branding remains, but there are some subtle refinements, like more prominent red accents. The biggest change at Red Bull this year isn't the car, it's the driver lineup. Liam Lawson and Max Verstappen as teammates. With no major livery changes and a basic visual presentation for their car reveal, there wasn't much to be seen. P9. Haas is sporting a completely inverted version of last year's livery, replacing the carbon-heavy design with a lot more white. While the change is bold, the 2024 design was arguably stronger. The team has an all-new driver pairing, with Oliver Behrman and Esteban Ocon forming the tallest lineup in F1. The new livery has some nice elements, but the overall execution feels okay. P8. Alpine. The blue and pink color scheme works surprisingly well, making the car look fresh and sleek. The team also has a new driver lineup, with Jack Doohan partnering Pierre Gasly. Overall, the Alpine livery is a massive step up from 2024. Unfortunately, the team's launch felt like a long DJ set with little time to showcase their car. P7. Williams has gone for a lighter shade of blue, and it works beautifully. The Duracell branding on the air intake blends in nicely, and for the first time in years, the car doesn't look bare, thanks to a new title sponsor. P6. Aston Martin's classic British racing green still looks great. They've stayed true to their tradition and leaned into their James Bond heritage, which worked well. Their driver entrance was unique, the performance was well-balanced, and they didn't overstay their welcome. The team also retained its driver lineup from 2024. P5. Mercedes has kept things mostly the same, but one thing is missing: the red Ineos branding on the engine intake. Without it, the car looks somewhat unfinished. However, the big story for Mercedes in 2025 is their new driver pairing. Kimi Antonelli steps in to partner George Russell, who now takes on the team leader role. Their launch didn't stand out, but it got the job done. P4. The Kick Sauber livery is bold, bright, and polarizing. The fluorescent green-to-black fade gives it a distinctive look. The team brought in some much-needed showmanship, dramatic lighting, music, and drummers with glowing green drumsticks. Sauber also has a fresh lineup, with Nico Hülkenberg and F2 champion Gabriel Bortoleto. P3. McLaren's livery remains largely unchanged, which isn't a bad thing. Their bold orange branding is instantly recognizable, and it aligns perfectly with their aggressive marketing strategy. Their biggest highlight was the lineup of championship-winning cars, leading up to this year's challenger. But while the outside looks the same, the real fireworks could come from within. A heated inter-team battle between Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri could shake things up this season. P2. Ferrari has gone for a darker shade of red, similar to the Schumacher era, which is a nostalgic touch. However, the white HP branding and stripe on the engine cover is controversial and prevents it from taking the top spot. The real headline for Ferrari in 2025 is their driver lineup. Lewis Hamilton joining Charles Leclerc, forming one of the most exciting partnerships on the grid. P1, taking the top spot, is Racing Bulls, who have absolutely nailed their design with their all-white livery. It's clean, elegant, and instantly eye-catching, reminiscent of Red Bull's special Turkish GP livery from 2021. In our opinion, this team has the best-looking car on the grid. It also has a new driver lineup, with Isaac Hadjar joining Yuki Tsunoda. This wraps up our ranking of the 2025 F1 liveries. Which is your favorite? Do you agree with our rankings? Drop your top 5 in the comments below.